What's up everyone, this is Trainer Dell, and in this video for you, I have my Gagaga deck profile for 2025. You guys probably seen this deck go crazy at your locals or regionals lately because, this is like X0 at all the locals I played with this year. It's just that good. I don't even really talk about this deck, but, we might as well make a profile on it. We all know the best card in this deck is Gagaga Samurai. This can enable like OTKs. We got other things just in case, but nah, nothing like Gagaga Samurai to just close out and win the game. So yeah, let's get right into this deck profile. We can start off with Gagaga Girl. You can target a face-up Gagaga Magician you control, and this card becomes the level of that monster and gains if it's used as an Xyz material with another Gagaga monster, then the new Xyz monster gains the ability that you can target a special summon monster your opponent controls and its attack becomes 0. Obviously Samurai can like get right through that and just cleave through victory. So we got one girl, just 2 Gagaga Magicians. He's pretty cool. You can only have 1 on the field because he's just that powerful, and he can't be used as a synchro material monster because he's just, he's just that powerful. But we got 2 to help out. We got 3 sisters to go searching. It's a Stratos, basically the deck. When it's normal summon, we can add a Gagaga spell or trap card from the deck, but also has this cool effect where you can target another Gagaga monster we control, and the levels of that monster and this monster basically just become combined. It's cool. We got 1 head to do some plays. When we normal summon it, or like if we don't control any monsters and our opponents do, we can normal summon it and it becomes level 4. And then when it's normal summon, we can special summon 2 Gagaga monsters from our graveyard. And obviously if we use this in Xyz as an Xyz material, then we'll be able to draw a card with that new Xyz monster. Got 1 Gardener, just another level 4 to help us. And we can also block damage if need be to stop OTKs. We got Mancer to power up. If we, once returned, we can target a Gagaga monster in our graveyard and special summon it except for itself. And then you can't special summon monsters for the turn except Gagaga monsters, which is fine because, we got Samurai here. This card is detached from an Xyz monster you control. Then you basically can target an Xyz monster and it gains 500 attack. So like I've been talking about Samurai, but you get that to 2,400. And that's not it. We got other things, other tricks for it to just OTK, like you've been seeing everywhere at your locals. Got 1 child, just 1 child, because we don't get the battle phase, and that kind of sucks because that's where Samurai does all its damage in that battle phase. But it's still pretty cool as maybe a turn 1 play to get something out. You can combine levels with Sister to make it 4. You can, you can normal summon Magician, turn it to whatever level you need, then special summon this and copy that level. Because yeah, if we do that copying level effect, then we just don't get that battle phase. We got 3 Utopic Onomatopoeias. They're also considered Gagaga monsters, so they're here. And then yeah, during the main phase, we can special summon as 1 of each Zubaba, Gagaga, Gogogo, and or Dodo monsters from our hand in defense position. And yeah, we just this turn we can only Xyz summon from the extra deck, which is fine because that's all we really have. We got 2 Zubaba Bancho Gagaga coat, and if we control a Zubaba or Gagaga monster except itself, then we can just special summon it from our hands, and we can also grab a Gogo or Dodo monster from the graveyard and special summon it. And of course, we cannot special summon from the extra deck except for Xyz monsters, which is totally fine. We got Dodo the Dwarf, Go Glove. During the main phase, we can special summon 1 Zubaba or Gagaga monster from our hand, which is cool because, we basically have all Gagaga monsters. And if you control Gogo or Dodo monster except this itself, while this is in your graveyard, then you can special summon it from the grave, but banish it when it leaves the field. But we're gonna use it for Xyz material and stuff, so that won't matter. And again, this is still considered Gogo or Dodo, so that works out. To round off the monsters, obviously we got to have the 3 Ash Blossoms. Come on, it's Ash Blossom. You guys, you see that. Obviously, you see this in all the top decks, and no difference here. No difference here. 3 Veilers. You can go with whatever hand trap you want here. I just like the Veilers to hopefully stop my opponent. Although, you know, we just want to have them have like dead monsters on board so we can just swing in with Samurai and just win the game. We got 3 onomatopoeias. This can also help set up the graveyard. You know, we discard a card, search up to 2 different names of the onomat cards. We got onomata pickup. This is kind of like a 4th one in a sense to go help us search for onomatopoeia. And then like, these are obviously the power spells of the deck as well. We got Gagaga Academy Emergency Network to help special summon a Gagaga monster. That's why we don't mind Valor and stuff to, you know, stop our opponent's plays. And then boom, we play this card on our turn, going second, and we special summon a Gagaga monster. We normal summon whatever. We can only Xyz after we play this card, or we can only like special summon Xyz monsters. We can't special summon anything else. 1 revenge, because like I said, we're setting up that graveyard on a mono pair because we want to bring out Samurai so bad, and it'll also boost up Samurai right there by 300 attack when we do use it, the monster, especially some of this as Xyz material. So that's like already, that's 22, man. If this was the anime and we attack straight field, that's game. We got Gagaga Bolt, just searchable destruction, also pretty cool. Just, you know, pop maybe a Backrow, maybe another monster that might cause trouble, but nothing really causes trouble to Gagaga Samurai. We got Gagaga Draw. In case need be, we can just banish 3 Gagaga monsters from the graveyard and draw 2 cards. We got Wind here. We special summon 1 Gagaga monster from our hand as a level 4 monster to help with some you know, just some plays to get to the field and everything. We got this is the power card right here. This is like the best card in the deck other than Samurai. This is Gagaga Tag. I bet y'all don't even play this card. Y'all, when this, you know, came out, it wasn't really well known, but right now, again, all the top decks play it. All Gagaga monsters you control gain 500 attack for each Gagaga monster you currently control until your next standby phase. That's even on your opponent's turn, even if they get a turn, because we're just gonna win. And you can only activate 1 of this per turn because it's just that strong. I don't know why Konami hasn't made this Starlight rare yet. You know, get on it, Konami. But basically, because we can swarm the field so much and get out Samurai, and if we have full board, and we're not even talking with Revenge, we're not even talking with Mancer, but that's strong, you know. We have 6 monsters on board we can, you know, have potentially, especially with the extra deck zone. So that's 3,000 attack added to that's 4,900. Not even talking about everything else. That's game, y'all. That's you probably lost to it, and you know, if you dislike this video, that's probably why. You just lost to Samurai too many times, and I get it. I didn't want to be a meta pleb, but obviously Gagaga is tier 0. It's just fun. For some boring cards, we got Tactics, but what's cool about this is, you know, if our opponent activates a monster effect, then we can just search out Gagaga Tag. This is another way to search it, and it's so good, man. But Tactics, just here. We got triple Tactics Talent. That was Thrust. Sorry, I keep calling them just Tactics, but that's Thrust. This is Talent. Not as good as Tag, but you know, maybe we can get into Tag if you know, we play this. We got 1 Called by the Grave. You know, because if they stop us from our tag, everyone's just trying to stop you from grabbing Tag, but if we can just stop them from trying to stop us grab Tag, it's GG's, it's in the bag. Again, this is another OTK thing, but just for double or nothing for the Utopia double combo. It's just here, obviously, just as a backup, but come on. We basically win once we have Samurai on board. 3 Infinite Impermanence, just, you know, another negate here. Like I said, we want our opponents to have a monster so we can just destroy it we can just like destroy all their confidence in playing this game. And then lastly, 1 Full Armored Xyz, because we have the Xyz package right here. This whole thing, it's all right. It's all right. But it just fails in comparison to Samurai. We just play the 1. It's just so strong. It has to be a 1 of. You can play 2, but I don't know if you're gonna find 2 out in the wild right now. It's just too hard to find because, you know, it's just that good. So, you know what? I've been talking about how good it is. I haven't even explained the effect because I feel like y'all already know the effect. But, you know, you just take 2 level 4 monsters as material. That's so easy in this deck. And once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, target one Gagaga monster you control, and it can make a second attack. Usually it's itself, but you can give it to anything else, but you don't really care. You just give it to itself. And when another monster you control is targeted for an attack, while this card is in attack position, you can change it to face-up defense. And if you do, change the attack target to this card and perform damage calculation. It is selfless. It is selfish and selfless. That's how great this card is. It will defeat your opponent, but also save your monsters because he cares. Samurai is just so good. We got Cowboy for game. Sometimes we'll have a little bit left. You know, if they survive this, and they have just a little bit left, then just Cowboy for game. It's funny, it's great, it's perfect even for today's meta game. And you know, people they'll obviously see it coming, but you know, Kobe once told Julius Randle, let them know what you're gonna do and do it anyways. You know, he told Corey Brewer, like, I'm gonna pump fake, or like watch the pump fake, and he still pump faked and shot over Corey Brewer. And you know, it's just Mamba mentality when you're playing this deck. That's all it really is. We got one Gagaga Magician, and this is here because it is another Gagaga, but it also helps out bring out Utopic Future, which is fine. And we do that to get to Draco Future, which, you know, they're all right. They're just some negates, but I don't really like try to go for it too much. We got Utopia double. We usually go for this to bait out, you know, stuff, so then we can get into Gagaga tag and Samurai and just win the game. We got two Utopias here. They're just fine. Again, they're just Utopia. We like to have the theme, the whole Yuma stuff. One, the Lightning, because he's, again, cool, just some stuff. Utopia Beyond, again, to make monsters your opponent controls 0. And it's a 6, so it helps out if we have a sister and another level 4 on the board when we fuse their levels. For other non-Gagaga and Utopia monsters, we have Chronomaly Machu Mech, which I love still. I think it's a cool little OTK with sister magician or sister, oh no, girl and magician or girl and sister. It's all right, just not as cool as Samurai, obviously. Like, you do burn damage and stuff, but why need that when we can just go full throttle, double slash them in the face? We got Xyz Armor Fortress. Like I said, we got the Xyz package here, full armored Dark Knight Lancer, just some stuff. That's just the package to help with the full armored Xyz. Then, because a lot of them are dark, we have the Raiders Knight. We just need 2 level 4 darks, and the Ark Rebellion Xyz Dragon to round it off. But all this fails in comparison to what this combo does. And again, I couldn't gatekeep this deck because y'all already seen it everywhere. It's just making rounds and being the top deck in the game. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't hate me for sharing this deck. You know, I had to do it. I had to show it off because it's just so popular right now. And I'm against that, but at the same time, I just love this deck so much that I had to. So thank you so much for watching. All right, peace.